Hello folks, welcome to a Starcraft 2 Gatecraft Galaxy mod overview here. It is being really shitty. Barely hear a thing. Okay. So will be a tutorial overviewing Gatecraft Galaxy since I encountered like 3 new players in my last game of this. That was absolutely great. I spent more time talking than defending my planets. So, here we go. There are several races. I'm playing Ray for the reasons of, well, I like them, but most of the races, they use different units, different looking buildings. They have different ships. Well, most of them, some of them do. But the game style of the game is practically the same here. So I'll just do a quick overview. I don't really know much about these ones, so I'll just go over the ones I know. Asgard, long range, semi-expensive units, semi-powerful. Uh, they are quite expensive though. Ori, the most powerful faction in the game. They also have the most expensive units. It costs thousands upon thousands of minerals just to build a single ship. Granted, it is powerful, but it can be easily counterable with a swarm from the replicators. The replicators, they can morph their units to look like your units, and with all the effects that come with it. They are also the laggiest in the game, so I would recommend you making AI as replicators just so your game doesn't lag out. They they can just create thousands of units with practically no expense. Keep in mind that's only ground units, their space units suck ass. So, if you're looking for a quick swarm over the galaxy, replicators is the way to go if you're just learning the game. But I really wouldn't recommend that in servers with a whole bunch of people, considering how it lags out. Lucian Alliance, I used to play this a lot. Basically, they have a treaty with the pirates. Oh, wait, forgot to mention that. There are pirates throughout the game. And basically, what happens with the pirates is they attack everyone but the Lucian Alliance. The Lucian Alliance is allied with the pirates instead. You cannot have vision with the pirates though until you research a pirate treaty or something with that where you gain vision of all pirate units. You cannot control them though. But hey, at least when pirates are fucking everyone else over, they don't even bother you. That's like the nice thing. They have like average space and ground units though. The pirate thing is really the only benefit that comes with them. And then these others I have not played at all. Oh wait, I forgot to mention the one I was playing. And I'll just show you. So let's go ahead, add a few AI. The AI don't do anything, so don't bother playing in a full house with them. They literally just stand there. Alright, I'll review over everything once we get into the game a little. Keep in mind, you're going to have to be pretty fast in conquering your planets, managing your economy, or someone who is much faster than you is going to murder you ruthlessly. I'm speaking from experience here. Experience from when I was a decent player, really quite good, and I got killed by a player who was an absolute god at micromanagement. I want to be like him someday. Okay, so first things first, there's your little chat message if you care about the lore. You should start with some space units here. A couple fighters, I have a couple cruisers. Um, your most cruisers don't have orbital bombardment already there, but that's just a thing. Okay, now you can click on your planet, and then in the bottom right, you can go into planet view, and you can just use your arrow keys and move around, or if you want to be even faster, minimap toggle, and then just do this. So you should have heroes somewhere, like this person here. alike, not looking like her, somewhere on your planet, and you're gonna have to bring them up to your main army near your Stargate. This is this little sensor tower here. I can't get over to it, but it's where my mouse is. That's your gate shield. As long as that is active, no one can just come through your gate, your Stargate here, and murder everything. I'll go more into that later. But also here's this. When you invade planets, you need to find this, and you can generate a random gate address as a cooldown though. See? And then that gives you the code. You just type it in here, activate, and then select our units and right click. So now I'll go over what these supply depots do. They can be used to build stuff, but only on these big ones. These smaller ones are for defenses. And then these things are your resource buildings. You have three. The Energy Cell Forge, which produces energy to increase your technology level and research your race only upgrades. I'll go more into that later. Nakoda, which is your main resource, and then Tech, which is used for mostly. It's not used as much, but once you get into the big space stuff, you're gonna need a lot of it. But Nakoda, don't worry about that too much, considering once you get mining asteroid fields up and running, you're gonna have more than enough Nakoda. I would recommend you build energy cell forges first, so you can, of course, fuck. Oh, increase your tech level. Sorry, I had a thing there. And of course, on your home world, if you're planning on building your military here, I kind of recommend not building your military up on your home world and just taking another big world to have all your military buildings on, so that you don't have to go back and forth between your home world as much, because it's going to be far out of the way from whoever you got war with. So now I'll go over all this other stuff. This logistics complex. This will be used to upgrade your technology and shit. Tech research, it's exactly what it says. Offensive, defensive research for ships and planets. Supply stockpile, that increases your supply cap. And then somewhere you should have like a building that is able to spawn units. It can be upgraded into something that spawns different units when you get a higher level. Oh, this right here is your hero redeployment. Some races will be able to build more than one hero at first, but other races will have to conquer a specific planet in order to gain new heroes. Here, I will show you that in a second. I'm not 100% sure where the planet is that I have to conquer for my shit. I think it's over here. Oh, by the way, you didn't see these planets in space, but you can't see their Stargate code until you're actually over it like that. Or at least until you've gone over it. Oh, now I'll be going over this shit later. I just want to show you a little thing. This is all the codes for your planets. I don't think this is the right one. I don't even really know anymore. Wait, no, let's go over here. This looks like it. Over here first. I literally have no idea what planet it was. Off sounds familiar. Very familiar, 5804. So, that's how you do it. Just enter it in. And then just once this little bubble stops going, go in. Oh yeah, this is definitely a planet. Okay. Some planets will have a hero like this. If the hero is of the same species of yours, as in looks like one of your units, that means you have this. You automatically gain something. Like for mine, which is Wraith, I got Code of Vengeance. I killed the Wraith commander known to the Tari as Michael, which means I gained his units that he had left and himself as a hero. So there, I just gained a new hero from conquering this specific planet for any Wraith players. Named planet is Hoth. It's right over here where I'm pointing my mouse at. It's quite fun. And then, of course, you're gonna want most of these planets, small ones with like 4 to 5 of these structure nodes, you're just gonna want to put resource buildings on. Now let's take them back to Nightwind. And then I have enough energy now to upgrade to tech level 2. There are 5 tech levels. Tech level 2 unlocks better unit buildings, like I can transform this to a higher spawner chamber, produces Wraith Commanders and Queens, or I can make an Raidus Cavern, which spawns Raidus Fiends, which are basically evolved versions of my Wraith Brutes. Uh, that's about it, though. Well, yeah, you can build some fighters on the ground, and you can build gate shields as well. Because planets you conquer do not spawn with a gate shield, you have to make that in order to protect it from enemy ground attacks. Well, at first, anyway. So when you build a gate shield, it prevents them from going for your Stargate, and they have to orbitally bombard it with special ships in order to get to it. Then these things here, they increase your efficiency. I really, really do not recommend increasing your efficiency until at least you're making resources so fast you can't believe it, or until you're tech level 4, I would say. This is because tech level 3 allows you to upgrade these to advanced production, which will double the amount of resources you are getting per building as long as you upgrade them. Well, that really helps out. Alright. Just gonna conquer another world. Oh yeah, you can also find other players' hero areas, like I got with my Code of Vengeance. And if you kill their hero, they will be unable to get it, and that can really put a thwart, just destroy any of their plans if you do it right. Tari will probably be after Michael's throat from the beginning just to get rid of him. Because any hero is helpful even if he doesn't even do that much damage. He does a little bit more damage than most of these guys, but still, he's a hero. You don't want to lose him. Tyrannus seized. I'll just build some energy cell forges to get tech level 3 faster. Tech level 3 requires 1750 energy, so just put all these up quickly. Along with these, you can also research planet sensors, orbital variances. We'll go into orbital variances later, but launch planet sensor, it just gives you this much more area that you can see around. So it's a mercenary space station that you can capture at tech level 3 in order to build mercenary ships or buy mercenary ships. So let's compare the vision range of a planet sensor to vision range of a normal planet. It's vision range of a normal planet. It's like just a circle like that. Go over here, it's all the way around here. That can help if you're like needing more minerals. It can help you find an asteroid field a little bit easier, like this right here. You don't know if any of these have Noctua, but there, just research planet sensor. And now I know that some of these have Noctua in them, like this large Noctua asteroid with 18,000 minerals in it. On that one, and this one. That's just normal asteroid. So that will help. And then I'm just gonna take these Wraith Darts back over here because I saw them dying earlier. And then we will just continue going across. Ah, goddamn. Oh, yeah, see? Ronin Debts, that's another species hero. Oh, hey, he was one of mine. I'm guessing that's a neutral guy that you can gain control of. That's good to know. I didn't know that this was the place for him before. Ooh, he does double damage than Michael, so he's good. He gave heard he gave me a couple units. Don't see any. Cicada has been seized. Gate Shield is going to be one of the nodes around here. It's usually the one farthest away from the Stargate. Just start building it. It takes 2 minutes to build, so make sure you're not building it right before you get attacked, because that's just a bad plan. See, now I have enough energy to tech level 3, so I'll start researching that. Didn't even really notice. And then these light arms R&D, Starship R&D facilities, I would say don't mess with those until you're locked in a stalemate, because I honestly think it's just going to be mostly just a resource eater for you in the beginning there. But it could be extremely helpful if your space fleets are just fighting another space fleet and you're not getting anywhere, and then you just probably need to start researching these tiny minor boosts to help you. Then most factions have two forms they can transform their main chamber into, so I would recommend building two of these. And then every faction plays differently. I now can calculate orbital variances. This allows me to build over my world. Be researched for any world, but I'm just doing it over my home world because it's easier for me to show you. I'll get into that a second later. Most people will like losing Alliance because those pirates get to be a damn nuisance. Okay, now I'm just gonna build an orbital refinery to start mining some of those minerals down there. And I'll pause, I guess. Alright, welcome back. I built my orbital refinery. I have two mining ships over here harvesting this large Noctua asteroid. They take 5 periodically. Wait, oh no, these guys are fighting the pirates. Okay. Now, most factions, you'll have the option to build a shipyard and shit. The Strategic Operations Center that constructs recon cruisers and sensor probes. This can be kind of useful, but kind of not useful, because your recon cruisers, they can board abandoned ships like these and take control of them. This will give the ship to you and all the benefits that come with. They can also capture these moons and these space stations. Some of them are useful at the mercenary. If you have excess amounts of Nakada, you just spam by your mercenary fleet of army thing. But throughout the galaxy, you find all sorts of things, like this refit station that I cannot select. I'll see if I get it with a planet sensor. Yep, ancient sensor platform. Sorry, this just gives you a large area to see in. Over here is a nebula. I do not know what type of nebula it is without taking my units for it. Some nebulas will damage your space units. Some nebulas will just slow them. Some nebulas will make them weaker. They're also a haven for some pirates. So, that's just about the basics here. All all factions will play differently past this point. I'll just go overview really quickly over the space shit, and then it's you on your own, because I will not be able to teach you much more. Okay, you'll have all factions should have a single defensive platform that will shoot at shit that comes close. They should also have a defensive orbital hangar where they can build ships in, and then whenever an enemy comes close, they automatically launch those ships, and then they return them. Everyone has a hyperspace jammer. Some ships go into hyperspace, like this one here. I'm just gonna do it for demonstration purposes. It's activating hyperdrive. Takes 5 seconds. They can jump really far out though, so be wary of that. It's gonna be here any second. There it is. It's quite useful. Now, since I'm here already, I'll just go over orbital bombardment. You have to, you have to have one of your ships have orbital bombardment. I will not know which ones you have, but for the Wraiths, it's basically every single ship except your fighters. Okay, and then in order for orbital bombardment to work, you have to be over an unallied player's planet, and you have to click orbital bombardment, and then click acquire target location. It has to be over the planet. Now you cannot see shit, so therefore you cannot acquire a target. You cannot see what you're hitting, so you have to do a sensor scan first to see what you're hitting. And now you know what to hit. Like there's the command HQ. I can go cancel my bombardment, and now I know exactly what to hit. That's just for example, though. Warp travel back and go over the rest of these buildings. And then everyone will have a station that regenerates nearby ships. You have to be pretty close to it, by the way. They all have different looks, so I can't really say. Everyone has a supply thing. They can only put it near their planet, though. Things like turrets you can place anywhere you want. You can just pop them in the middle of the nebula if you like to do that. Even though it wouldn't make much sense. Most people would just hyperdrive. And then everyone will have a big building. Requires tech level 4. It's their base station. Some people can only build ships from their base station here. But for some races it's different, like the Wraiths, they are unable to build ships from a shipyard in space. They can only build ships on the ground because they're like an insect species. Uh, Here, I'll show you by destroying these buildings first. Okay, and now I can build these dart hangers. These dart hangers can transform into more powerful ship creation things, but at first they only create Wraith darts. Again, I will not know how you create ships, but for Lucian Alliance, I'm absolute sure they need a shipyard, I mean. See, they can build Wraith darts. I'll just build one for example, and then for this one, I'll construct into a hive foundry. The other one just creates darts faster, in 10 seconds instead of 30. Now this hive foundry is the foundry for all my ships. My Wraith hive ship, which is a carrier, Wraith cruisers, Wraith darts, and then now all the Wraith ships except of course the dart, they will automatically spawn in space, but the dart you can leave the atmosphere of it. See, I click the button and it sends to the surface, and I'll see it here. See, there it is. Now, that was about the basic overview. If you want to know more, you click home over the top left to get a quick thing for that galaxy view. Allows you to see all your controlled planets easily. Diplomacy. This game is really worked on, so I doubt that's ever coming. This tells you who is the most powerful. It's the pirates. This tells you how much resources you're getting per 10 seconds. I mean, per second. Whoops. So basically, you may want to increase some shit. And then you can get an upkeep if you get your supply too high, I mean. That's about it. I'll go over some spawns. Okay, so the free Java spawns somewhere around this area. Don't know, don't care. Night Wraith spawn here. Tari, I think I'll be able to find them. I don't know. Here's the Asgard spawn. This should be near the Ori spawn at least. I think. Yeah. It's near where the Ori spawn anyway. And then wait. That looks like Ashton Prime. Uh Shit. Wait. Okay. Here's the Lucian Alliance spawn. The Tari spawns somewhere in this general area. Bao Ao spawns somewhere in this general area. And then I really don't know for the rest. But, oh wait, nope. Wait, I know one more. Replicators spawn on Lava Planet, I think. I don't know. Maybe the replicators spawn on this planet. Don't know. I don't really know. However, for the other races, I have no idea where they spawn. So that's just some tips for you. Now, uh, if you're going to be wanting to play an entire race for all of your games, I would recommend that you just choose a race, play around with it, find out what you can get near your base for your secret heroes. Easy. For Rave, it's a Teta and Hoth. Don't know for the others. Yeah, I really don't know. But for the free Jaffa, I'm decently sure they can get a hero on this planet. And this is like literally all I can show you guys. So that's my tutorial over Gatecraft Galaxy. Yay! Find me in game, don't kill me, please. Just kidding. To ally people, you go to the alliance tab. Yeah, to click alliance, but they also have to do it too, and then you're allied. So good job, guys. Woohoo! I have no idea where these Shurins live. I would assume that they're somewhere in this general area, though, or up here. I don't know one of those two spots since those are the open areas. Anyways, see you guys next time. I want to do a tutorial and do something in my life that's productive, but I probably won't, so bye.